we see an accelerated regional roading program being delivered.
Fletcher Templer.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for the opportunity to speak on this appropriations debate. The Minister, and I'm grateful the Minister was here to stand up and contribute to several facets that were brought up by my colleagues on this side of the House. And yet again, it's kind of a manipulation of the facts. I wouldn't dare say that he's incorrect or he's completely misrepresenting, but it is about choosing to put forth this and then obfuscate with this bit of knowledge or this bit of fact over here, and it paints an incomplete picture for the public of New Zealand, and being sold a line is basically what I'm telling New Zealanders today. He talked about, for example, his regional development plans and how successful they will be in the regions. Well, little does he know that as those plans came out, Mr. Chair, I actually followed them around and went into those regions to ask the people on the ground, what do you think of the regional development plans? I just wanted some honest feedback, because if it's an opportunity for this country to jump on board with, then New Zealand First would like to be a part of that. We want to see our regions grow, and the public of New Zealand know that absolutely. So if there's a good idea out there, we want to be part of supporting it. Unfortunately, the reality was, apart from some of the economic development agencies, and only some of them, the message was pretty grim. I then went into and spoke with private individuals or privately funded groups whose mandate is to grow economic activity in those regions. And really what the feedback was the Minister and his team there have created basically a missed opportunity. The research and the data that went in to inform these plans was lacking, to say the least. Took headline options that had already been discussed at the ground level and put them in these plans and said how wonderful they were. Never mind, the people on the ground in those regions had already examined them, looked at them and dismissed them as a waste of time, resource and energy. This is what the Minister presented to the people of New Zealand in the regions and said, we're looking after you, we're going to help you. The reality, Mr. Chair, is the feedback was it was an opportunity for this national government to create a marketing campaign on regional development and to maintain a spin around claiming they are doing something. And I think some of the members next to me over here on this side of the House have spoken eloquently about unemployment numbers, the decreasing in regional growth numbers. It's happening across the country. I'd highlight there are some positive numbers out there. It's great to see, but I put it to you, Mr. Chair, that those positive numbers are despite this government that isn't doing anything and missing the point completely. I just came from the top of the South Island, a great little part of the country, and spoke to businessmen there, and basically they said this government wouldn't know how to invest or create good infrastructure for actual and meaningful growth if they fell over it. They spoke about New Zealand First's concern about how this government is using immigration to simply top up the numbers, and in the short term, research tells us that immigration in the long term will not contribute to the growth of an economy. So in the short term, it is masking the reality of this country's economic growth, in that basically, sir, we are not. And everything that this Minister and this government is attempting to do is more about placating the masses and selling a story. And it is not achieving anything that is tangible or measurable in our regions, and it is completely, sir, completely unacceptable. He accused someone on this side of misrepresenting the facts about this appropriation bill. Actually, what I would say to the Minister is the terminology used around the budget this year has been incredible. It's been impressive. The name changes for research funds and other pools of money that have been moved from here to there to make it look like things are happening. But we were sold a headline number on infrastructure of $761 million. What a figure to grow the infrastructure of the New Zealand economy. That would be amazing. The reality, sir, is actually just over half of that is in applied research and academic research, which we should be funding anyway out of those pools.
Mr Chair, the Honourable Simon